Hi everyone, it's Sue with SMB Jewelry Designs. Welcome back to anybody that's been here before, and welcome to any new people. If I sound funny, I apologize. I have my respirator on. We're going to do some castings of some little molds that I purchased recently. If you've seen my last video, these are the Christmas molds that I purchased from Amazon. So we're going to be doing the Christmas tree, a snowflake, another snowflake, a bell with a reindeer, another Christmas tree in a bell, and then a snowflake. Those are the ones we're going to be pouring. I've already mixed up some resin, so I'm going to get ready to pour that resin into the cups, and I'm going to add my pigments to it. So I'll rejoin you in just a second when I've got those all poured into the cups and we can mix everything up. Okay, so my resin's all poured. Now I'm going to start mixing together the colors that I want to use. Originally I made up 8 ounces of clear casting resin. It's just a generic resin that I get at Michael's. So I'm going to start with some of this green. Make sure you can actually see what I'm doing here. So I've got some green here. I'm going to mix it up over here. These are just really large, chunky glitter flakes. This is some red and green glitter. And some darker, like forest green glitter all by itself. I'm only putting a small amount of that in there. That's it for my greens. Put this off to the side. This one is going to be the gold combination. There's a really pretty mica powder gold, and then this is gold embossing glitter. So I'm going to put that gold in first. Put that off to the side. This is some mica powder. I have my respirator on in case you can't tell, so I am just going to add this to the cup. I just think it'll give it a nice pigment for the gold. Let's get this cup out of the way. That doesn't need to be there. Okay, this next one is going to be silver. So I'm putting some plain silver flakes in here. Not flakes, glitter. This is a mica powder from Rolio. I'm going to put 3 or 4 scoops of this in. Okay, next we're going to do some blue and white. So here I have a deep blue, just fine glitter. It's just a generic glitter I got with one of my containers, sorry. And then this is going to be a white. It's a Martha Stewart crystal fine glitter. The cup looks sturdy. It's just hardened resin. And even if a little bit of it comes off, it's not a big deal. And then in with this, I'm going to put some cellophane flakes. Put those right in with the white. Okay, let me wipe off my fingers here quick. Next, I have a couple of little tubs that I'm going to do. I don't know why I put these in 2 separate tubs. I didn't really need to. But since I have, I'll separate them. So this is a deep kind of Christmas red. Also Martha Stewart. It's garnet. And this is a Rolio burgundy. Mica powder. And the reason for me separating these into two separate tubs like I am is so I can pour them separately. I wasn't going to do that with the red, but since I poured two tubs, I guess I am now. And last but not least, we have another set of blue and white. And how I'm going to pour these is these are going to be poured different ratios. So the white will be on the outside of one of the snowflakes, and on the other snowflake the blue will be on the outside. So this, I'm just going to put the blue in here. And this is the Rolio pigment powder. It's called Bleu de France. Put that off to the side. Oops. This is an ultrafine glitter. It was just a generic one that I got with one of my boxes. I'm going to put that in here, and it's nice because it's got kind of a holographic quality to it. Then in this other mica, I'm going to add just a little bit of this pretty glitter. It's essentially the same color, but it has a slightly blue-green quality to it. I'm going to take all of this stuff and get it out of my way. All right, so we are ready to mix and pour. So what I'm going to do next is get my handy little mixing spoon. I've got my alcohol at the ready in case I need it. And I did want to put some blue, I think, cellophane in with my blue over here for this star, similar to what I did with the white over here. So I'll add that. I've got my mold ready. Just going to mix these. Squidgy it around a little bit. Try to loosen up any of those bubbles. This one is kind of hard to pick up without disturbing everything too much. I'm going to slide this off, move this over. Oops. Put my finger right in the gold as I'm doing that. It's okay, that's why we have our napkin handy. All right, next in line is the reindeer mold. Look at that pretty red. You see that? What a gorgeous red that is. Okay, what I want to do is I'm going to mix this glitter up first, or mix this up and then pour it in first, was what I was trying to say. I did have a big chunk of glitter in there, but it's finally all mixed up. I'm going to pour this in. I don't want to use it all. And I'm going to pour this in behind it and over it. Which I don't necessarily want it to do. So I'm going to touch this all up as much as I'm able to, get as much of this extra resin off. And as these are curing, because I'm pouring this during the day, I usually pour at night, but doing this during the day, so as these cure, I'm going to come through and try to flake off some of these extra bits so I don't have a lot of cleanup to do afterwards. And I am going to grab that dark blue, assuming I can find it. There it is. And just add a little bit more to the center portion of this, because I really want it to be glittery and sparkly, and I don't want it to all just settle into the bottom of the mold, which is what it will do if there's not enough. And again, I'll keep coming back and checking this to make sure that it's doing what I want. And if some of that glitter comes out into the other parts of the mold, I'm okay with that. And last but not least is our cute little Christmas tree. And that one, I had this green and red combination mixed up, or prepared, I should say, not mixed up. And I'm just going to pour that directly into this mold. And let it flow out and go into all the cavities, or all the branches, I should say. Tip it a little bit to get it to flow down into the tip down there. Make sure it doesn't overflow, because it'll all come back, and then fill in the rest of the branches. And if I need a little bit more, I can come over here, scoop some out, and put it in. Okay, Well, hopefully I will have sped up through most of this so you guys don't have to watch the painstaking parts of everything and listen to me mumble. But what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go through, pop any bubbles with my long neck lighter, use up the remainder of my resin in some other molds that I have, and I will let these sit. I'll come back periodically and clean them up like I said. I might record some of that, I might not. If I do, I will show it. And then we'll come back for the demolding later. All right, see you soon. Hi everyone. So we're back. We've had these resin molds sitting for about 24 hours now. They would have been ready to demold yesterday, but I waited. Wanted to make sure they were all nice and cured, and I got busy yesterday, so I didn't have a chance to film, but we're back now, so we're going to take these out and see how they turned out. I'm going to start with some of the smaller ones first. We'll save the biggest to last. So we'll start with this cute little boot. Remember, this was the Santa's boot. We're going to see how these molds performed and see how cute they turned out. So this was the little Santa's boot. I think that turned out really cute. I left some kind of clear sparkly resin here in the tip just for something different. Turned out really nice. Nice and smooth. Nice and shiny. Very pretty. And this is the red pigment powder, the red mica powder from Rolio mica powders that we looked at in our last video. So this is the Santa's beard. I had a little bit of overpour that dripped off on the edge, so there's a little bit of rounding here on the edge. I'll have to take that off afterwards. This is the Santa's beard and mustache. And all of these cute little Christmas molds have a place for the your string or hook or whatever you want to put through it. So that one turned out really cute as well. I think it's a little bit harder to tell exactly what it is, I guess, until you get it on the side there. There you can see the definition. I should have known better. Turn it over, Sue. All right, he's cute. This is the hat, the back side. This one also has a hole right in the middle. You can see it there. And these over poured quite a bit when I was pouring them. I was in a hurry because my resin was starting to get kind of thick and I was concerned. So I would go through and take off all this extra over pour, and my hole closed up because I did over pour it. So it's easy enough to just get a drilling tool in there and clear that out so you can hang it. But yeah, there's the Santa's hat. Really cute as well. Totally would have done it in 2 different colors had I had enough time, but I was just, like I said, using up extra resin that I had, so that's okay. All right, let's look at this little hat. The hat I did pour in 2 different colors, and I think that turned out really, really cute. If I'd had time, I would have decorated the little band a different color. Maybe the top of the hat I would have done a darker red. Again, just testing the molds out, see how they perform and see what they're like, but they turned out really cute. I'm really happy with them. Get some of these out of the way. Here's the reindeer. So you guys can see how these molds work if you want to go and purchase some and get them off of Amazon. Like I said, the link to these will be in this video. It was also in the last video that I did. So if you're at all interested, you can go out there and check it out. Again, a little bit of an overpour right here. I will clip that off later. It's so cute. I'm turning it so you can see the detail on it. You could definitely add eyes to this. Cute little sparkles here would be pretty. Little nose. So many variations and things that you can do with these molds. It's really fun. This is the Christmas tree. And because of the little points here, he's a little jaggedy. These are a little pointy. But it turned out really nice. I am really, really excited about that. And I love the little hole for the star there. you can go back in and fill that in with pretty much anything you wanted to. You could put more resin in there. You could fill it up with some glitter. Oh, there's so many cool things that you could do with that. Excited to play around with that. Put some designs on it. Nice. All right, now we're moving into the realm of the bigger items. So I have this cute little ornament. There's a snowflake on the other side there. Not sure if it's picking up in my camera or not, but we'll see it in a second. So let's just take it out here. I'm imagining the other side's not going to look much different than this side since it's mostly clear with just some glitter in it. But we'll see. Get that out of there. They come out really easily as well. Oh yeah, that turned out very pretty. I like that. And this is depressed. I think you can see that there in the lens. So you could definitely go in and fill this in. This would be so pretty to use some of that mica powder in and then pour another layer of resin over the top of it. You could use UV resin or regular casting resin. You could just glue little gems in here if you wanted to. So many options. That's what I like about these little ornament things that I bought. Really happy with these. Here's one of the snowflakes. Oh, so that turned out really pretty. This was one that we used some holographic flakes on. In the center was the dark blue. That one turned out really cute. I'm happy with that. Very pretty. I'm going to put the molds over to the side here and lay these guys all out so you can see them. There, okay. Do another one of the, oh, I guess it doesn't matter. Do the larger snowflake here. You just have to take your time getting them out because there's a lot of little nooks and crannies in this one, but they still come out really, really, really easily. Having no problems getting any of these guys out. That turned out so nice. How sparkly and pretty that is. Got one little gold or one little flake in there from a previous pour. Wasn't intentional, but it's fine. This is a little bit depressed because I didn't fill the mold all the way up so it didn't dome. But I don't necessarily mind it because it is, after all, just an ornament. But yeah, turned out really pretty. It's not coming across on the camera as well as it is in person, but the blue is really pretty. Let's do this other. I really like this mold just because of how the star is made on the other side. I keep calling it a star. I guess it's a snowflake. Whatever. Just look how pretty that turned out. That was the mica powder and the glitter. See a little bit of the mica powder there. I don't know if that's showing. It looks maybe more dull. And you can see a little bit of the swirls of the mica powder in the back there. But yeah, I love that. Super reflective and super pretty. The detail is really nice. These molds are really nice. Very happy with them. Okay, this one's the reindeer. And it's a bell shape, and the reindeer is depressed, so you can fill up the depression of the reindeer or just leave it as is. It really doesn't matter. The holes come out so nice and clean. I don't know if I mentioned this before. I was looking at them earlier, but the holes are slightly, let me see if I can see that. See this right here? It's slightly higher than the rest of the mold, so if you do over pour, the hole is still higher. So you're still going to have a hole even if you over pour and mold and dome it. I like that. I thought that was a really cool feature. So there's our reindeer. And what we did on him, if you remember, is we just poured the blue in the center to cover the reindeer up, and then I poured this silver all the way around it. I really like that silver. The silver is really, really pretty. I love how this turned out. Not so crazy about these blues in here, so I would definitely have done that different. Maybe I should have come in and swirled, but overall, really, really liking that. It's so cool. And I think maybe once I get this filled in, it'll be different as well. So I'm not sure what I will do here yet. Gotta figure that out. And last but not least is our other bell. This one is a Christmas tree. So this one we poured gold. I don't remember what the other color is, but it'll be a surprise to all of us after I turn it over. So I'm just pulling, it's again a depressed center where the Christmas tree is, so I'm just pulling that out, getting it all worked out of there. Again, see that? See how it's sticking up there? Nice. Okay, here's our gold bell with the Christmas tree on it. Awesome. Look at how well that tree turned out. This one was supposed to be different than silver and gold. I'm not crazy about the gold color. Again, the silver is really pretty. I think if that was mixed in with a slightly lighter color of silver, it would be pretty, or some blue sparkle intermixed with all of that silver. Having the whole thing mixed up, it would be really pretty. But I'm not mad at that, and I think this background will kind of blend out once you get the tree filled in, if that's what you choose to do, which I think I definitely will, so I just have to think about that. But there you have it. These are all the molds. I would definitely recommend buying these if you're looking for some inexpensive, fun ways to create some ornaments or gift tag inclusions, you know, something to include with your gift tag on a present if you're tying ribbons and you want to put something pretty on your package. I would highly recommend these. These molds are really, really, really well made. I had no problems pouring in them. I had no problems getting the items out. Super happy with all of it. So again, I would definitely recommend it. I think I really like the snowflakes with these kind of options in them. So those are really cool. And again, remember we had the slightly smaller ones and the even smaller ones that came with this set. So for your money, you get a lot of stuff and you get a lot of options. And I think it would be cute if you were making a mobile. You could do a Santa's hat, Santa's beard, some little boots hanging down there. I think that would be really, really, really neat. And I like this one because there's no design on either side, so you could flip it either way. So you could have one foot going this way, one foot going that way. Super cool. So many neat ideas to try. All right, folks. Well, I'm going to call it a day. I hope you enjoyed this video. I had a lot of fun making it. I'm really pleased with all of these. Check out the description box below for links to these ornaments or these resin molds for these ornaments. And I hope you have a wonderful holiday season. If you're a returning subscriber, thank you. Welcome back. If you're just new watching, so happy to have you here. Remember to hit the subscribe button down below and hit the like button down below. Let's get our subscriptions up. Love to hear any comments or thoughts you have about future ideas. Take care. Bye.